Hi, Tom. Long time no see.
Yeah, indeed. That's an opportunity to participate here. So I am eager to see you and communicate with you. How is it going?
Yes, I miss you. I miss you, Tom, because it's been a long time that you didn't join my meeting. I think almost
Yeah,
4 months, I guess.
yeah. I'm very sorry about this, but I am designing, I am making my project, and I am close to the end. So maybe
Mm.
soon I will be here on more regular way.
Okay, that's perfect. Actually, I'm planning to launch the Fluency Challenge by next month.
Great,
So, yes.
great.
So I haven't finalized yet, but yes, I already talked to Shikar. Then, yeah, in August, I guess I will
Mhm.
announce in our group this month, maybe
Fantastic.
by the end of this month. Yes. Okay. So, how to pronounce your name? Maggie or Shamagi?
Yeah, Shmagi. My name is pronounced like Shmagi. It's hard to pronounce, but
Okay.
for foreigners, it's.
So, where are you from, Shimagi?
I am from Georgia, but I was born in Ukraine, but I raised in Georgia.
Can you please introduce a little bit yourself?
Yeah, I can. I'm Shmagi Boguchava. I'm 25 years old. Currently, I'm student. In the my I'm majoring in accounting, and currently, I become intern in one company accountancy firm, which is international company. If you know, is a so-called EY company, which is accountancy
Yeah,
company.
UI is a
Yeah,
very renowned company. Happy to be
yeah.
here.
Currently, I become my intern will start in September, and I signed 1 year contract recently.
Oh,
Good for you. Good for
good.
you.
Thank you. Thank
Yes.
you very much.
Good job. Okay, thank you very much. How about Kaisife? Akasife, welcome
Hello.
back. Hello.
Hello, my name is Kashfi. I'm from Indonesia. Nice to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you too. This is your second time to join my meeting,
Yeah, second
right?
time.
You can introduce yourself because there are new members joining today.
Oh, okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Kashfi. I'm from Indonesia and I'm a teacher. Nice to meet you. Thank you very much.
Sure.
And,
Nice to meet you too.
and what
Thomas.
subject you are teaching to your
I teach
students?
science.
Science. Oh,
Science
interesting.
subject. Yeah.
My favorite subject was in school.
Oh, your favorite subject.
Me too. When I was in elementary, that is my favorite subject, science, because I love
and
to.
it's getting hard in secondary school, maybe in senior high school. This is a bit harder.
For me, it was really attractive science when it was connected with higher mathematics, with calculus and differential, differential calculus and integral calculus.
Oh, integral calculus. This is so hard subject for me. Integral and differential calculus.
But it's getting more interesting when you connect those two, math and science. It is more clear and attractive.
Yes, definitely. Okay, I see you already. Last time you didn't have your cam, Kaisifi. Okay. So anyway, our topic today is about. Did you read, Tom?
Yeah, I've read it, and it was interesting text, and I have to admit that some of the pieces of advices were pretty good, and I didn't know about them. For example, to look from the friend's perspective on my own problems. It is a good solution, I think.
So do you often ask anyone when you have to decide something?
My
Rely?
my sign is Libra, and Libra sign is not very decisive. I have to overthink every decision. So that's why I am very often asking other people about what to do, and that's my problem sometimes. That I'm very tough in making decisions.
So you don't have confidence for yourself to decide in your own.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. How about Evangelina? Do you often ask somebody when you decide?
Yeah, we have to take care of our husband when we talk. We have to take some decision. It depends. If you have a partner, you have to share your thinking about the decision that you have to do, to talk, to take. So, well, you have to think about it at this time.
If you have partner, guys, so of course you have to ask your partner if your partner agrees or not, then the time you will decide it if you will do it or not. But if you are single, then you are the responsible to decide for yourself. Or sometimes you can ask your friends or your family, but in the end, you're the one who decides for yourself. Do you agree, Kaisife?
Yes, of course, I agree. Yes, like when you have partner, you have like wife or husband, you can I think the first person who asks the first, I think our partner or our couple to make some important decision. Like sometimes we face some difficult situation, like in our job, like we have some the difficult situation to continue or resign from our job and looking for a new job, and we have to ask someone like our couple or sometimes also some expert. When we feel stressed, we also have to ask, like maybe consult to how to say, like psychologist maybe. Yeah, and also maybe sometime our family when we are in maybe still 20s, maybe like we have to ask our father or our mother, uh, right now I am in the difficult situation, like I have to continue or maybe quit from the situation like that. Yeah, especially this is for teenager or maybe under 30 sometimes face this difficult situation. And the other hand, maybe we can ask some of our friends, like and also how to say, like we have to make some list the positive or the negative impact when we quit or when we face the difficult situation, like that, the positive and negative impact, especially negatives, because sometimes when we quit from our job, yeah, the negative, the first thing I think we have to look for a new job. This is the first negative thing. We don't have like we don't have salary, we don't have money for some time, maybe a few some months maybe, or at least a year sometimes. Yeah, that's all.
Yes. So before you quit your job, you have to look for another job. When you got
Yeah,
hired in another job, then you quit.
yeah,
So that's better, right?
Oh
So
yeah,
you
yeah.
won't stop like without having any income. How about Shamagi? Are you having hard times sometimes when making decisions?
Yes, but I'm not always asking to others what I should do and what's not. Only I'm asking only when I'm emotionally attached to something. This is because when you're emotionally attached to something, you can do something irrational, and that's a moment where when I am asking to others to help me what to do and how to decide this situation. But this is very complex task. I don't know how to say, but it depends on the situation, and it depends what's your objective. For example, I want to become fluent in English, and that's why I'm attending here. But there's an opportunity. There's in economics we have the term opportunity cost. This means you should give up something to get something. For example, if I have two options, for example, attending this session or playing football, I give up. This is a price I paid. Not playing football is a price I paid to attend this session. And but we decide you pay low price or high price. It depends what's your objective. In this case, my objective is to become fluent in English. In this case, I paid low price. But if I want to become, for example, professional football player, in this case it would be high price because it's pointless to attend in this. For example, in this session, if you want to become professional player, it depends what ultimately it depends what you want to achieve.
Yeah, that's true. And you decided to join us today.
Yeah, it's first time. I also searching this kind of I don't know how to say this kind
session.
of platform. Yeah, platform. And the first time I saw, I don't think about it. I just came attending here, and I want to. I enjoyed also attending some sessions in live, not on not through online. And in the weekend, I also want to practice English because it's not enough just for an hour a day if you want to become fluent. It's not enough really. I read books and watch some videos which I'm interested in some topics, but in reality it's not really enough. I should practice more and
I think Georgia, do you speak English in your
No,
state?
Georgian. It's a Georgian language.
Oh,
Specific
really?
language.
Yeah. I thought Georgia is located in United States, isn't it?
No.
Most of the most of confusing this Georgia state and Georgia is another country. It's a very tiny country.
So your native
it's a country close to Russia.
Close to Russia. Georgia.
Republic of Georgia.
Georgia. So your native language is Georgia. You call it Georgian or Georgia?
It's Georgia. Yeah, Georgian language. Our native language is Georgia.
In Korea, their native language is Korean, like Korean. But Georgia, just only Georgia language.
Georgian language. Yeah.
Georgian.
It's the same, like Korean.
I see.
Yeah, it's the same.
Nice. I see. Okay, let's continue. So let's go through the question, guys, that will help us to.
And I would like to comment one thing, because sometimes asking for advice, for a piece of advice, is another form of putting some burden on his shoulder, because we don't want to decide ourselves. So we want to make someone co-responsible for our decision. So it is kind of mean to make somebody responsible for our decision.
That's true. So you have to decide for your own. Anyway, it happens to me sometimes. I can't decide, so I try to ask some of my friends, my family, but I have to think deeply. And in the end, I'm still the one who decide for myself because I don't want to blame anybody when the outcome is not good.
Exactly.
Yes. So, like before, I our name of this group was the Fluency Breakthrough Challenge Live Weekly Meetup, and then I had to change our name. So I asked some of the moderators what the best name in our group for replacement, and then they suggested me this kind of names. But in the end, I'm the one who choose this name, the Fluency Community. And yes, so that's why this is the name of our group. Oh, we have new member of participants, Alejandra. Where are you from, Alejandra?
Hello, it's a pleasure. I'm from Venezuela, that's in South America.
Oh, Evangelina as well. She's from Venezuela.
Venezuela. Yes, I'm from Venezuela too. Hi, Alejandra. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Evangelina.
Yes. Can you introduce a little bit about yourself, Alejandra?
Yes, sure. I'm an English teacher. I work in a program called English for Kids. We teach English, online English lessons to low-income students from 8 to 12 years old. And I live in the state Monagas, in the capital Maturin.
I think I saw you on Instagram. Have you? Did you follow me on my Instagram account?
Yes, the Instagram recommended me your account, and I started to see that you were like having this amazing group called the Conversation Club, and I just follow the account.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, welcome to our meeting. I hope you will enjoy it. So our topic today is about ways to make better decisions. So a few questions that I wrote in the group. So this one. So we can go through to the first one questions. Okay. So have you ever hard time making your own decision? If yes, what was it?
Oh, well, I think saying having a hard time, that never had happened to me, because I'm pretty sure of what I'm gonna do, my decisions, what it's gonna be my next move. I'm not a person who doubts.
So you have this kind of clear vision that what will you do for yourself, for your job, your career. Oh, that's good. You can decide in your own. You don't need to ask anybody to decide for yourself. Okay, perfect. Okay, so how about second question? Have you ever blamed anyone because of the decision you made? Evangelina.
Yes,
Oh, okay, Alejandra, you want to say first?
that had happened to me in the past, and then growing up, you just realize you cannot do that, and you have to be responsible of your own decisions. So that was just like a lesson of things you don't want to repeat, and to be more conscious about the decisions you take.
Perfect. Exactly. So always think many times before you make your own decision. So you will have a good choice. How about Thomas? Tom?
As I said before, my zodiac sign is Libra, so it's very difficult for me to make a decision, because I am contemplating it, and I am looking for pros and contrasts, for benefits and for disadvantages of each decision, and that causes a lot of stress for me, and I tend to overthink. And when I am finally decided, it's a huge relief for me. So that's like that.
But you never blame anyone, anybody.
No. It's impossible to blame anybody for my decision because it would be mean, as I said. But
Because of you.
yeah,
Mm.
yeah. But sometimes there is a tendency. I see that in other people, that when people are unsure what should they do, they would make this decision together with other people, and they would take off the responsibility from themselves and transfer the responsibility to others. So that's a way of doing, and I don't accept it because it's not very nice.
Yes, exactly. How about Shimagi?
Which question I should answer? I don't know. First
Number
one,
two. Number two.
number two. Not always. Maybe in past, I blamed others, but it's ultimately my responsibility when I'm doing something. It's your choice and it's your life and it's your choice. And when I'm doing something, it's my responsibility. It does not matter who told me to do that. Or, I am the only one who takes actions and who takes responsibilities. And it's pointless to blame others. It's your choice. You choose this path and you choose these actions, and it's your responsibility. Absolutely, 100%. And it's pointless to blame
Okay.
someone.
Yeah, that's true. Good job. How about Kaisife? Have you ever blamed anyone because of the decision you made?
I didn't remember for that, but maybe when I was child, maybe yes. Sometimes I often blame my parents, maybe when I was child, but after teenager, I didn't remember. I think no, but sometimes I blame myself when I was wrong to decide something, like blame myself when I was wrong to choose a job, maybe in the past, maybe some years ago. But yeah, I didn't remember if I blame someone or like my friends or my relative. I didn't remember.
Okay, perfect. That's good. How about Evangelina?
I see the easy way is to blame others about if something goes wrong about the decision that you have made. So we tend to do that, especially when we are young. But then you learn that you have to take responsibility for all your decisions. So when you have to make a decision, you have to think the pro, the contrast, the good or the bad. For example, when we decide to move to the United States, it was not easy. Leave our country, leave our friends, family. So we have to think many issues that we have in the future. But when finally we took the decision, you have to go ahead and don't blame anyone about the bad or the thing that the situation that after we move. So we have to take responsibility about our own decision at the end.
Yeah, that's true. Especially if you're new in that place. So you have to start all over again. everything. You don't know, like me here in Korea.
Yeah.
So I decided to moved here and married husband. So that's why I didn't blame anybody, whatever outcomes. I just as this endure whatever obstacles, trials. So yeah, and then yeah, now I overcome with those obstacles. Especially before I couldn't speak Korean, so it was very tough for me living in South Korea. But now it's getting better. And I also made a lot of friends and Korean friends. And also I met my fellow Filipinos here. So there's no problem at all. Okay, so moving on to our second question. So how confident are you when making your own decision? 100%? Thomas? No?
As I said, it is very difficult to make a decision,
By
but
your own.
when the decision is made, I am very consistent about it, and I am fighting for this decision in the meaning that I am I try to convince everyone that it was the right decision and it would be positive, and I am pretty furious when somebody wanna to attack that this decision was wrong, because maybe it's that because like that it was very difficult for me to make that decision. So as it's made, I am very decided that it was the right one, and that's very specific for me. I think it's a kind of a characteristic issue, and that's it. Thanks.
What kind of situation, Tom, that you're always having hard time? Can you give me any examples?
I remember in my youth, it was very obvious that my parents made a decision to move me to the better school because I was in a college, and they thought that if they moved me to the better school, so-called better, my chances to be on the university would be better, and the school indeed was better in that meaning that teachers were more demanding, but they were demanding from all the subjects, even those subjects which didn't interest me. And I was focused on science, math, because my goal was to go to university. And in my previous school, I was able to focus on math, science, and don't bother my mind about history, geography, nature, and other things. And it was perfect because I was focused on my goals. But in that school, I have to be evenly focused on everything. And it was so distracting for me that I said to myself, stop, that's enough. I have to go to the previous school, which is worse in theory, but for me, it's better because I can do with my goals better. And it was a fantastic decision for me because I was able to pass the exams in a university and achieved my goals. So it is an
Perfect.
example.
Oh, happy ending. You made a good choice. No,
Yeah, I think so. I think
thanks
so.
for sharing. Okay. How about Shamagi? Shamagi?
Sorry, what's the question? I don't remember really.
Yes. How confident are you when making your own
Yeah,
decision?
yeah. So I'm not always confident. I'm not always confident, but it depends on what's the situation. It's very complex question, I can say, because It depends what you want to achieve, and it depends how you should discuss the whole options you have in your hands. You can discuss pros and cons, and you should ask your question: what I should sacrifice to get something or something like this. And it depends. How to say? It depends on situation, but sometimes I'm confident, sometimes I'm not. Sometimes you should try something new. When you're trying something new, it's impossible, it's illogical that you will be inconfident. How to say inconfident, or how to correctly say it? How to say correctly, inconfident or I don't know.
Not
When you're trying
confident.
something, when you're trying something new, you are not confident.
Yes, you're not confident.
Yeah, it's not you can apply in your decisions a proven methods. If you're trying something new, you can make some mistakes and make them. My point is I want to convey you that when you make mistakes, you should learn from this mistake, not just regret. And that's my point and what I want to convey you.
Learn and listen and learn, right, from your mistakes. So
yeah, sometimes when people make mistakes, sometimes they are regret, and it's emotions. And when people are emotionally attached to something, it's sometimes they are regret. But if you learn from your mistakes, you become more stronger and more strong and more independent. I don't know. It depends on what the
yes, you
situation
become
is.
more responsible and
Yeah, more responsible.
aware next time, so you won't do it the same
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
That's true. How about Alejandra? Alejandra.
Well, I'm pretty confident when I'm taking decisions because I know what is the best for my life in terms of academics or my career. I don't hesitate much when it's time to decide between 2, 3, 4 options. Actually, recently, the school year is finishing here in Venezuela, and I have 3 different jobs. I work at a kindergarten, I work at this program English for Kids, and I also work teaching private lessons. And after a while, I've been noticing that it's been hard to manage the 3 jobs, and I think that what it's gonna be more healthy for me is to leave one of those jobs. So I decided that I'm gonna finish with the kindergarten work because there I teach like almost 100 uh, 4 to 6 year old little child. So that's something that I think a lot, and I'm pretty sure that that's gonna be the best for my mental health.
Oh, that's good. You made a good choice. Okay. How about Kaisife? Kaisife, are you still there?
We have 2 minutes left.
Yeah. 3 minutes left. After this session, guys, we are having second session. So just rejoin with the same link. Okay. So Kaisife, you wanna say something or you wanna join the second link?
I want to say something about how confidence I think. Yeah, where after I consider and contemplate about the impact, the positive and negative impacts when I decide something. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, I feel so confident to make my own decision. But this is maybe I need some time to contemplate the impact. I think the most important, because when I don't think about the impact, maybe when I make the decision, even though I'm really confident, sometimes I feel regret maybe about this is after I made the decision. So I have to contemplate, I have to think about the positive and negative impacts. after I made the decision. Yeah, that's all I think. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you very much. Anyway, guys, I have story before when I met my husband, when I had to marry with him. I have doubted because I didn't really know him. And then, yeah, so I assigned that if I will marry this man, I should have seen the white dove. So, and then the God gave me this sign, so I decide fully 100% to marry him. So whenever you have doubts and whatever you want to do, just ask signs that you will do it or not. If the God doesn't give you any sign, then do not do it.
Yeah, of course.
And also, what is this? The vaccination, like COVID. Okay, so where are we? I supposed to share my story, right? I always having hard time to decide to get vaccinated. My friends always told me, Lynn, you should get vaccine because you're working in the academy, and then maybe later on you will lose your job because the employer won't allow teachers who doesn't have a vaccine. I always think many times, and then I also ask sign from God. God, if I wake up tomorrow at 6 a.m., that means I will take this vaccination. And then I got up, I think 6:30, and I didn't make any alarm. And then I got up 6:10 or 6:30, but still I didn't get vaccination.
And it was a perfect decision.
Perfect decision, because I asked God 6 a.m., but I woke up 6:30, so I didn't go to the hospital. And now in my city, in Korea, it doesn't matter if you are vaccinated or not, you can work. So I think I made the right choice to not get vaccinated.
Yeah, especially there is a nonsense situation because here in Europe, in my country, we have the beginning of sixth wave, you know?
Another? Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh, you might be paranoid. I mean, it's not good always getting vaccination, I think.
I had been vaccinated 2 times, but third time I didn't want to do the first time, and now my plan is not to be vaccinated anymore because it's nonsense.
Because it's just only 6 months, and then after 6 months you have to get another one until 10 times or 20 times. So what happened? Maybe later on you will become zombie.
And each time could affect negatively your immune
brain
system. Your natural immunity would be affected with that vaccine, and so I don't think it's a good idea. Yeah.
So it's better you have this natural immune system.
Yeah.
To fight this virus. Anyway, nowadays in my city, we don't really have this kind of pressure. If you're vaccinated or not, you cannot work or you cannot go to the restaurant, you cannot go to coffee shops, but now it's more often. So yes, I am very grateful that I didn't get vaccination. Okay, so welcome, Mohammed. Oh, last time you were here in my meeting, Mohammed, right?
Mohammed. Okay, hello everyone, how are you?
Great.
We are great.
Sorry for being late.
We're waiting for you. Anyway, this is our second session.
Okay, sorry for joining you late. I am sorry.
Yeah, that's okay. Glad you can make it today.
It is our festival and celebrating of Eid al-Adha, and I was visiting my relatives, so I was busy all day. Sorry for that.
I understand. That is your big celebration, right?
Yeah,
it's the most important day in Islam religion, as though I
yeah,
say.
yes, you are right. Nowadays we are celebrating our Eid. It is called the Eid al-Adha. It is called Eid al-Adha, sacrifice feast. So I was visiting. We are accustomed. We are used to visit our relatives in the day and do some special rituals. So I was busy all day.
Ahmed, you are from India, right?
No, I am from Egypt.
Egypt. I'm sorry. Because
Not at all.
last time also Muhammad is from India. Okay. What about Mubarak? What is Mubarak?
What is about Mubarak?
Yeah. I think you have to do fasting, and then after you have this celebration Mubarak.
Mubarak, it is a word, an Arabic word. Okay. Mubarak, it is an Arabic word. It means in English blessing.
Blessing.
Yeah.
So
your president was blessed because
blessed. Yes. I mean
president of Egypt. He was called Mubarak also.
Yes. Mubarak means blessed day or blessed feast. Means Eid Mubarak. Eid Mubarak, blessed feast.
I see. But this event, I mean, feast, you don't fast, right? You don't fasting.
Exactly. We fast 10 days before this day. Okay. It is advisable. We are not obliged to fast, but it is advisable. It's a good thing to fast. For me, I was fasting for about 10 days ago. Okay, is that clear? But the most important day that related to fasting is the day of Arafat. It is called in our culture the day of Arafat. Do you know about Arafat, or do you hear about Arafat? It is a famous mountain in Saudi Arabia.
Arafat was also Palestinian leader was called Arafat.
It is the most famous mountain for us as Muslims. It is the most famous mountain for us and the most important one for us. And it is called Arafat, as I know, as I read, because Adam and Eve knew each other on this place after falling from the heaven. After falling from the heaven, they knew each other on this place, on this mountain, Arafat. And then, I am with you.
Shimagi, I think you would like to correct, because the most important mountain is the Ararat, yeah? Ararat mountain. Ararat mountain. And it was the mountain in this mountain is Armenia, yeah, Ararat mountain, and it is said that was the mountain on which the Ark of Noah was
built on the top of the mountain. Ararat.
I mean that for our cultures, or especially Eastern cultures, many people try to go to this mountain and asking Allah to forgive them. You can have a look on it on social media or look at it. It was yesterday. It was on Friday yesterday. it has a unique view. You can see many people on it, about 2 or 3 or more thousands people. They are asking Allah to forgive them, and they have this. They are wearing the same clothes. You can't distinguish between the rich and the poor, and they are all asking Allah to forgive them. I think it is our opinion in Islam and in our culture. So it is the most important mountain for us.
Okay, nice. Thank you for sharing this information, because I only know few of this kind of feast in Muslims, because I have friends also from Russia and he's Muslim, and I think 2 months ago they had fasting for 1 month, and then after they had celebration and they called it Mubarak. So that's why
Yes,
I'm asking you.
yeah. You are right. But this month is called Ramadan month.
Ramadan.
Ramadan.
Yeah,
Ramadan month also is a special month in our cultures. We fast all the months for about 13 or 12 hours every day, without drinking or eating anything. And at about the sunset, we had the main meal after this long fasting. It is called al-iftar. This meal is called al-iftar, or breakfast in the morning. But this meal is at the sunset. Okay, and after fasting 30 days, these 30 days, we have a celebration. It is called Eid al-Fitr. Eid al-Fitr. Okay, or al-Fitr feast. Al-Fitr feast. In this feast, we eat. We eat as we want and drink as we want after 30 days of fasting. These are special festivals, two main feasts. And also in Eid al-Fitr, we say Mubarak, Eid Mubarak, or blessed feast. Okay, is that clear?
Yeah. It's clear. Thank you for sharing with us.
Not at all.
Thank you very much, Mohammed. Okay, let's go back to our topic today. It's about ways to make better decisions. So where are we now, guys? Have you ever made decision and then change your mind? If yes, explain the situation. Okay, let's see, Evangelina.
Oh my goodness.
Changeable
Many
mind.
times. Many times.
Many times.
Yes, I have the decision, and when I focus in work about make the decision works, something happen, and I have to go back and think again and do a new point of view about the problem. So sometimes we have to correct the decision, to change the decision. It's very, very useful to do that. Okay.
Yes, but sometimes it's quite irresponsible or annoying for someone. You made already appointment and then suddenly you change your mind that you cancel your meeting with that person. So you have to be responsible sometimes.
Yeah, you have to change your mind to make another decision and work to change your strategy to find the solution for the problem.
Okay, so can you share any situation that you made already your decision and then suddenly you change it?
Yeah, I don't know exactly why. I know.
You can't remember.
No.
Okay, that's okay. How about Shamagi?
When I entered first at university, I wanted to start working at bank, and when I started working at bank as a credit officer, and I realized this is after that I regret to start in working back as a credit officer, and I realize and understand that it's not my cup of tea, and I changed my field, and now I'm majoring in accountants. This is what I decided to change.
Okay, I hope you made a good choice.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay,
I'm sure, at least.
sure. How about Alejandra? Alejandra.
Well, I think let me see the question again. Sorry.
Have you ever made the decision and then suddenly you change your mind?
I think that yes, I can remember now a moment in particular, but it was probably because the conditions or those things that I couldn't control forced me to change my plans. Sometimes, for example, you decide to make plans that um, are not indoors plans, and probably the weather make you change all those plans or adapt what you had planned. And so I do have changed my decisions only when external factors that I cannot control make me change.
Especially if you are having an appointment and then suddenly the weather change, you also change your plans, right? So it depends on the situation or circumstances. Okay, so how about Tom?
I can tell you a story again from my youth, and it was like that I was passing a certificate for a sailor, a yacht sailor, and it was a practical exam, and I was a captain of a pretty big yacht with three these things made of cloth sails with three sails, and there was no wind, and I had to make a maneuver, some kind of maneuver, and the wind wasn't blowing. So I decided, I made an order to the staff of the yacht to use the oars to start rowing, yeah, without sails. And then the wind, when I gave that command, then the wind started to blow, and I again changed the command, start using sails, and quit rowing. And then again, when I made that command, wind again stopped to blow. And then again, I made a command, start rowing. And that, in consequence, resulted in failing the exam because I was undecisive. I couldn't make the decision and keep it for long. So it was obvious example how undecisive captain could endanger the yacht, and I wasn't given the certificate. I wasn't given the certificate, and still now I don't have this certificate.
Oh, you miss the opportunity.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe if you continue, you are in another field, not within your job.
Yeah. Maybe if I would be given the certificate during the storm, my decision could be tragic for my people because the ship would tank. for
Yeah.
example.
Yeah, for sure. I can imagine it. How about Kaisife? Are you still there, Kaisife?
Yeah, I'm here.
Hmm?
Okay, could you repeat the question, please?
Sure. Okay, so have you ever made the decision and then you change your mind?
Yeah, often maybe, but this is not like important decision or big decision. Just maybe when I go to shopping mall and then I want to buy like two clothes, but I change my mind to buy maybe five clothes and other things like pants, some pants or some maybe some how to say in English, like yeah, some daily needs like that. Yeah, maybe this is like only small decision, not like really important decision or big decision. But for like big decision, I think no, I think I never change my mind, especially when I will have an appointment or I will have a meeting with someone. I think I never change my mind about that. Maybe this is only my personal needs, like uh, my daily needs, or sometime when I want to buy something like phone. Maybe when I want to buy phone with brand A, maybe I would then I change my mind to buy phone with brand C or D like that. Not maybe just my personal how to say like small decision, not
Okay,
important.
not really a big deal, right?
Yeah, yeah.
I had story last, I think 4 years ago. I decided to get my driver's license. So I took a test, written test, I passed it, and then I took the training, and then I also had this practical training. But in the actual exam, I failed the parking backing
Well,
because it was too uh scary for me because I was the one who handling drive the car, and then I failed the parking area, so I decided
the
to
parking.
quit, not
The
continue.
parking is the most difficult. Yeah, for me
Yeah,
as well.
that's true. So that's why I just decided to quit, and then I got my money refunded, and then just only half. So it seems like I wasted my money. I already decided to get my driver's license, and then I suddenly quit. And until now, I don't have my driver's license. So I'm planning to get another, I don't know, maybe this year I'm planning to take or go to another driving lessons later on.
But I suspect that public transportation in Korea is pretty good. So you don't
Exactly.
need.
Exactly. Because especially if you have this card, for example, if you have, no, no, you go to another place and then you just punch this card, and then when you transfer, just punch, and then you don't need to charge any money within 40 minutes. So it's very, you can save money. So you should have this cash B card. So you can just punch, and then you don't need to charge it.
So it's only time limited tickets, not
Yeah,
distance.
within only 40 minutes. And then after 40 minutes, if you go to another place, you charge it.
We have similar rules here also.
Very nice, right?
Mhm.
But if you don't have card, you have to pay cash every time you change your transportation. I mean, any public vehicles. Mm. Okay, so moving on to Muhammad. How about Muhammad?
Yeah, I am with you.
Yeah.
For the question is about making a decision, changing your mind before making a decision. Okay.
Yeah.
After making a decision, changing your mind after making a decision.
Okay. Yes, this happened to me actually during the last year. As you know, there were many revolutions in the Arab world. Egypt was in a bad situation. Our circumstances were too hard. So I decided to travel abroad to work. I am a teacher at the primary stage. So I decided to travel abroad in a better Arabic country, to improve my living. I decided to do so. I intended to work also in Saudi Arabia or in Kuwait or one country like that. But as I have a big family, I have 5 children, I feared about my children very much. So I changed my mind and decided not to travel. I preferred to stay near them and look after them with their mother.
Okay. I hope you made the right choice, Muhammad.
Yes, I think so.
It's not easy if you are far from your family, especially if you have children and wife. It's not easy, right? So it happens.
Bringing up children nowadays became a big responsibility.
That's true.
These days, to bring up a child is a big responsibility and a hard task. So I changed my mind and I decided to stay near them. And I think it was better.
I see.
That's all.
Okay. Thank you for sharing. Okay, so moving on to the next question. So where are we now? Have you ever asked the opinion of someone else before making decision? I think this is quite similar, right? So moving on to the next one. Do you think people make bad decisions because of peer pressure? Okay, let's see. And Alejandra first. Alejandra, you want to say something?
Sorry, can you explain question? Last part I can't hear.
Oh, okay.
Properly.
So peer person. So for example, you are in a group. So every people or every members in the group, they already did it, but you're the one not do it. So you seems like I don't want to do it, but you have to do it because everyone already done it. So you have this kind of pressure. So should you do? For example, you got what I mean, Alejandra or Shamagi?
Yes, for example, the social pressure is always going to be really uncomfortable, and you sometimes don't want to do what other people are doing, and it's really it's a completely moment because you're going to be the only one who's going to take another direction, and sometimes the social pressure makes you do things you don't want to do because it's pressure from work, for example. Sometimes it's academic pressure that you have to work in a specific project. But that's the only thing that probably make me take a decision I don't want if I'm working with with a group of people. I'm not an individual there. We are a team and we have to take decisions together.
Yeah, so you don't have any choice, then just do it. Okay. So how about Thomas?
I was on the phone for a moment.
Yes.
What was the question?
Do you think people make bad decisions because of peer pressure?
Yeah, I think it depends on the decision, but when you are shopping, for example,
Sorry, Tom. I sorry to interrupt you. Your sound's not really clear. What happened?
and what about now?
No, still.
Sorry. So maybe later I have to improve something.
Uh-huh. Okay, so let's go, Shamagi.
Oh yeah, it had not frequently, but sometimes it happens. For example, Georgian people is very traditional people. I am not very traditional, and when we are going sometimes in a party, I don't like to drink. I don't drink, and they are sometimes enforcing psychologically to you what a man you are, why you don't drink or something like this, and it happens sometimes. Sometimes you should compromise. Sometimes you are not compromised, and so on. I don't know. Maybe this is what I remembered immediately. I don't know. Maybe I have some examples, but this one I remembered immediately when you asked this question.
So it get you pressure, especially if you are in the group and then someone drinking already and then you're not drinking. Why you're not drinking? Drink it. So enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Sometimes I
Yes.
drink, but I don't like drinking so much, and I don't know.
Yeah, I can imagine that kind of situation. How about Kaisife?
Could you repeat again the question, please?
Yes. So do you think people make bad decisions because of peer pressure? Why or why not?
Fear and pressure, yeah, sometimes yes. Like when a person get the fear and pressure, sometimes they cannot think like clearly, like they cannot think deeply and clearly about the impact and what the impact after I make this decision like that. And also sometimes they avoid to like how to say, like consult maybe with some expert, especially when this is happens a lot in teenager, maybe like they make a decision with a short time without thinking about the impact, or sometimes because of some pressure and fear also.
Mhm. And I can give you this example, guys, especially if in your batchmate or maybe you have this kind of friends or colleagues and everyone's settled down and you're still bachelor or single, and then you have this kind of pressure that, oh, I should look my partner, I should settle down because everyone's get married and still single. So yeah, you have this kind
Yeah,
of
sometimes like
pressure.
that.
Yeah, sometimes it happens. Yeah.
Yeah. How about Muhammad? We have 4 minutes left. Muhammad?
Yes. For the question, do you think people make decisions because of fears?
Yeah, because of
Okay, is that
your,
right? Okay.
yeah.
Yes, I totally agree with that. Because many people are affected by their peers' opinions and the pressure, especially young people. Teenagers are highly affected by their friends. They form their mind, their impression about many issues, because in this stage, the young man or the young woman try to imitate the others, especially the people they like, they are fond of. They try to imitate them without looking to the deeds itself. Okay.
Mhm.
For example, when some people are gathering in one place, they are all smoking except one of them. They try to make him or her to
Impress.
smoke with them. Please take the cigarette. No, I don't like cigarette. No, take the cigarette. At last, he or she respond to their opinion, and the board takes a cigarette and became a smoker. One after one situation, and after one situation, he became a smoker. This also can happen with other things, like taking alcohol and making bad deeds and so on. So I want to relate that to my culture. It is not advisable as me as a person to make a relationship with bad people. Okay, because they will affect me, and one day I will become as them typically. That is all for me.
Okay, thank you very much, Muhammad. All right,
Not at
guys.
all.
Anyway, we only have 2 minutes left. So I think we have to wrap up our meeting, because if we keep talking, maybe you disappear without saying goodbye. So I hope you enjoyed today's meeting, and you want to say something, Tom?
It was perfect as usual. It was prepared perfectly. So thanks, Lynn, for that meeting, and you are most than precious. I think it's a perfect opportunity for all of us.
All right, it's my pleasure, guys, to uh, host this meeting with you. Okay, Alejandra, you want to say something?
I love the meeting. I want to know, this happen every Sunday.
Shikar, I don't know what his schedule, sometimes Saturday, I guess. So you can check in our Facebook group and then try to join in his meeting as well. And also Mai and Vidal, sometimes they are hosting on weekdays. So just check our announcement. Mm,
Yeah, I will do that. Thank you very much.
Sure, my pleasure. How about Shamagi?
I also like to meet and interact with people and practice, not just practicing English, just interacting and understand the differentiate with culture. And I like personally, I like to interact with people and exchange some information. And I also wanted to ask, like Alejandra, I don't know if I pronounce properly. Where will be next session? But you answered these questions. That's all. I'm not going to ask again the same question.
Oh, sure. Okay, thank you very much,
But
guys.
sorry, I have a question. I want to, how many times this session exercising in a week, or it does you don't know exactly how much times? Or
Twice
only twice
every,
in a week?
twice in a week, or sometimes 3 times in a week.
Mhm.
But Shikar and I, we switch after 2 weeks. So next week